Looks like someone else has joined us. Welcome, whoever you are. Just doing a kind of casual stream here where I'm going to try to talk about lore here and there. So far, all we've really discussed is this wolf, which I thought it's really interesting how we come upon him and he already has half health, which I don't think we really ever encounter any other enemies with already reduced health. So it makes me think that this is the werewolf from the opening cutscene. This is the one that got lit on fire. Whatever that implies, your guess is as good as mine. I'm just gonna karate chop this guy to death real quick, and on we go. Whoop. Do not need to get hit by this guy. Once again, if there's anything wrong at all with my volumes, just let me know. Oh my god, I need to pay attention. Brand new streamer, folks. Meaning I suck. Alright. Maybe I should equip a weapon. How about that? Wow. It's got some purple eyes. Hungry eyes. One look at you and I love. Sorry. Hello?
I just want to talk to you real quick before I get to my house because I'm almost there.
Okay.
First of all, your audio sounds really, really, really good.
It does?
Yeah, it's really crisp and clear.
Sweet.
Yeah, and the picture looked good too.
Yeah.
It kept freezing for me though. I think just because where I was driving, so unfortunately I didn't get to enjoy very much of it, but.
Yeah, it really sucks that I just lost my wired connection because that's going to make streaming not quite as good because you kind of have to have a good amount of bandwidth.
Oh, poor data.
But it's still working. I still got pretty good picture.
Yeah, it does look really good and it sounds really good, so.
What about the game volume? How did that sound?
Um, well, I mean, I thought it was pretty clear, or pretty good. I plugged it into my car though, and it might just be because my speakers are kind of mostly in the back, but I did have to turn my volume all the way up to hear it at a comfortable level when it was plugged into my car.
Alright, I'll
So,
turn it up a little bit then because I had it set pretty low because I just wanted to
yeah,
make sure it wasn't too loud. Thank you. Hey DXDX, how you doing? Thank you for joining us here. Very first stream. A huge fan of From Software games, specifically Bloodborne is my favorite. And I'm just a total, complete lore whore for these games. Like it's never enough. I watch all the YouTube content and everything, and I still need more. As far as lore discussion, so far all I've really talked about is that very first werewolf that you encounter. It's kind of interesting how he already has reduced health when we find him. It makes me think like that's the werewolf from the opening cinematic that got lit on fire. What up,
Oh,
Gilbert?
you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum
Oh
has
no,
a
I've put
special way of
hundreds of
treating
hours into
guests.
this game, DX.
Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a
Yeah, I've put
swift
hundreds
exit.
and hundreds of hours into pretty much every Souls release, except for Demon Souls. I've played through Demon Souls twice, that's it. Played it for hundreds of hours, but still not super great. Although I did do a level 4 playthrough, which really actually wasn't all that bad. The one Reborn was oddly enough the hardest fight on a level 4. Step right up, Yarnamites. Taste the whip. That's how to waste all your stamina, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Gotta shake off some of this rust. Yep, brand new character. Probably gonna stream for, I don't know, 30-40 minutes. Just kind of casually discuss some lore. If you have like anything you think is cool or you want to talk about, just go ahead and fire it off in the chat. This guy's always been interesting. I think it was Redgrave who's probably, I don't know about the biggest, but the most dedicated Bloodborne lore guy. And I think he was the first person to notice that those Executioner guys seem to be wearing the Yahargul set. So that's kind of interesting. They seem like they might be in charge of casket transportation to the School of Mensis for all their harvesting of body parts for rituals and shit. Crazy motherfuckers. Alright, I apologize for that, Dad. Sloppy. Oh man, what do I think about Koss? I don't know what to think about Koss. She seems to be more than just a great one. Like, I don't know. A great one with a human face, too. It's always been kind of curious to me, like, where exactly the fishing hamlet is in relation to Yarnum and Canehurst and all of that. And it's really curious because a great one just kind of washed up on the beach. As far as we know, in the physical world, so does that mean there are still great ones that exist on some level in the physical world? Supposedly they all, you know, transcended physicality. Oh, and if I start to ramble about stuff, sorry in advance, because I could ramble for hours about the lore of these games. Pretty sure Kaz is considered to be a female because she's referred to as Mother. Mother Kaz. But who knows? I don't see any reason to ascribe human gender to Great Ones. That's kind of an interesting point in and of itself. Oh wait, never mind. There's Uden. Uden is referred to with male pronouns. Because I was about to say, wait a second. I think Kas is the only one that's even really has an implication of gender at all. After this game released, the Yarnamite villagers, or townspeople themselves, they're still just so interesting. Because obviously, you know, they're stringing up actual beasts, and they themselves are half transformed. But they attack hunters on sight. Hunters are associated with the healing church. So, have the Yarnamites kind of rebelled against the church, maybe? I mean, the state we visit Yarnam in, I don't know. There seems to be like very little like functioning hierarchy anymore. So I don't know. Maybe everything's just kind of gone to chaos. All the upper echelons of the church have all like well and truly lost it. And so the townspeople are just kind of, they've taken it upon themselves to hunt more for themselves than anything. Are they blood drunk too? That could definitely be a possibility. Although, it's kind of confusing to me how the game draws distinction between those who are blood drunk and those who aren't. They'd have to be blood drunk to just keep on running onto this body pile we've got going. It's like all the guys in John Wick who are like, no, I'm gonna be the one to kill John Wick. It's like, you see that mountain of corpses? Forgot about how awesome transforming attacks are. Grab ourselves some cold blood. That'll be nice to chomp on here in a bit. Whoop. Wow. You know what? You're not even worth it, dude. not even being subtle about it. They've just got carts full of skeletons. Man. It's stuff like this that makes me wonder, like, what is Yarnum like on a good day? Like, is this just normal? Like, you know, over here you've got kids playing by the fountain, and over here you just got carts full of skeletons. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
Well, that's kind of immature. Alright, moving on. Do we want to take the shortcut or no? I say no. Second, folks. Got a text here. Super unprofessional. Who gives a fuck? I ain't getting paid. There ain't even anybody in here watching this right now. That's alright. Hey, buddy. That's a nice brick you got there. Oh, you want to smash my face with it? Well, fuck you. Survived my visceral attack. Man, even the grass is spooky in Yarnum. Really like how you can hear the little girl playing the musical box here. That's a nice touch. Musical and auditory cues are pretty on point in Bloodborne. Drunk, they may be in open rebellion against the church at this point, which is why, like, if you're wearing a church chess piece and you fight Yarnumites, they're all like, "It's all your fault." And you know what? Well, actually, they say that regardless, but they have specific things. Oh yeah, it's death to the ministers. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, at this point, they probably. You know, they're pretty woke. They know, Healing Church fucked everything up. Everybody's consumed blood. Everybody's fucked. So, they're just like, well, all we can do now is just survive. first time I played this game, I was scared shitless by these two werewolves. Absolutely. Like, they might be a boss fight. Sucks. I need to get some hair back. Parry attacks. I've got the really irrational urge to eat Red Hot Chili Peppers right now, but I'm streaming and I have self-control. Hey yo, listen what I say yo. I just want to show it some love. But I thought this guy was friendly my first playthrough. I was like, oh, it's that guy. It's that guy from the opening cutscene. And then he shot me in the face. This is my first ever soul shortcut right here. Man can get high off of the first shortcut in a Souls game. It's the bee's knees, man. What up,
Oh,
Cobra?
you must be a hunter.
I guess we'll go ahead and just fight the cleric beast. Hey, troll man. I could use a brick for a while. I guess they kind of have. They have the Gradia fits thing, kind of like brick. Man, iconography is so on point in this game. I don't even think Dark Souls 3 managed to even like meet the standard that Bloodborne set in environmental storytelling. It's still damn good, but Bloodborne was something special. cleric beast is about to hop over this wall right here, this gate. It's just kind of interesting to me to think about the cleric beast just kind of wandering around the cathedral ward. All we really know about this guy is that he's a beast that used to be a cleric. Cleric is a high ranking member of the church. His eyes. I wonder what it is that causes him to crazy. What is it about clerics that makes them transform? Yeah, I'd be really interested to know the evolution of this witch. Like, do people start out as a base patient and then become the official name is Lightning Broke, bigger werewolves. You know, Red Grave in his book, Dark Beast, he seemed to think there was a sort of evolution of their kind, so he said it was like this kind of face my first Souls boss ever. Well, I can't say that because actually my first Souls game was Dark Souls 2, which I bought just because Game Informer gave it like a really high score, so I was like, you know what, it's an RPG, let's check this shit out. But just couldn't get into it. I remember thinking, I had it in my head that in this game, like, you don't use souls to level up, you just, like, the more souls you're carrying, the stronger your character is. So, yeah. But anyway, I made it to the last giant, and beat him without too much trouble. But even that wasn't even Alright, Preston Wallace, don't be running around in circles while you're talking to Chen. We're better than that. Alright, let's just go ahead and go straight to Gascoigne. We don't need levels, right? Ah, I didn't open that. Oh well. Hey guys. Troll Brick Club. Or is that exclusive to Trolls and Bricks? As far as lore goes with these troll dudes, I don't really know what to say about them. They seem to have they're beast-like in a different way. Like they seem to have adopted more like simian traits. They're more ape-like, whereas most other people that have transformed are more wolfish. So how does that happen? Probably not really a good satisfying lore reason for that. It's just they wanted different enemy types. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Cause yeah, there was nothing wolf-like about these guys. Even the Yarnamite huntsmen, I would say, have wolf-like qualities. I've never really looked at these guys' faces that close. Oh yeah, we can get some co-op going, DX. Basically, I've got a buddy who's coming over, and we're gonna go see the new Planet of the Apes movies. So I can play pretty much until he gets here, which should have like another 25 minutes. All right, I'm gonna get to the dream, get the beckoning bell, and we'll set a password and stuff. Sorry, I'm not sure when you posted that asking me if you can join, but I just saw it. Well
Hello, I honor and you will have to improve. Very well.
What do we want? We want endurance, of course. Yeah, that'll do it. Remember on my first Bloodborne character, think I finished the game with like 15 endurance. It was ridiculous. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Tell you what, I'll set the password to DXDX, all lowercase. Give me just a second to get that set. Alright, password is set. Bell has been rung. 77A, okay. Yep, we're set to worldwide. 77 capital A. Alright. Hopefully it'll get you in here pretty quick. We'll go say hello to Gascoigne. Which, I don't know if I have anything stuff as far as the word to say about Gascoigne. I really like the idea that he's from Demon Souls. That'd be pretty cool. But I understand why they kind of took that out of the game. Figured it would have let you join by now. I'll pull up the network info just so we can make sure we're on the same page. I do remember, I guess it would be the netcode in Bloodborne. Whatever it is, like the matchmaking isn't nearly as good as like Dark Souls 3, for example. It's taking forever. I hope it works. Gotta open this, duh. One thing that's always disappointed me is that the password matching doesn't work when you're trying to evade. That's just that they don't allow you to. Hey, discover the channel.
You're a hunter, aren't you?
The Alley of Dodge. It's not although as far as dogs, the Bloodborne ones probably are a little more forgiving. Welcome, friend. Sorry, old lady. I ain't got time for you. Hello. This is one of those enemies that I always carry them, so I suck at fighting. You must have gone. Yeah, I'll grab the saw spear. I think I'd rather use that than the cane. I'm using my phone to see chat, and it keeps on dimming the screen. There we go. Yeah, you're doing okay down there. I forget which side has the saw spear. Ugh. Do you have any idea which side it is? Well, being up here is not going to do me any good. Geronimo? Oh, sorry, you just ran up there, didn't you? My bad, dude. I just jumped down. Alright, I have a good feeling about this side. Oh, about to be shot off anyway. I think this was the saw spear. Yay. I love those serrated weapons. Doing my level 4 playthrough gave me so much appreciation for the saw cleaver. That weapon would carry me in the game. You know, why the heck are there boats in a sewer? Like, were they just giving tours? Step right up, Yadamites. Come see the sewers. What the hell, dude? It's so funny. I never gave that any thought. Just random boats. Kind of wish I had started streaming on but kind of wanted to talk about Alright. I really don't need to get every item. Gas. I wish I'd grabbed the hunter set. It looks so damn cool, but oh well. Where did you get Oh, I bet you went up so high. Yeah, sorry, I'm rushing a little bit, I guess. I'm one of those guys, every time I climb a long ladder in video games, start singing Snake Eater. It's ingrained in my DNA. Alright. Man, if you're good, I'm good. I don't really care about the music box. But if you insist. I guess I could be like reading item descriptions and stuff, but I feel like most people already know all about that. Every time I talk to this girl, I just think about how much Epic Name Bro can't stand that quest line. Poor guy. Spear was a good choice. Yeah, let's go get that hunter set. We're over here. Let's do it. Fall damage is really nothing to worry about. Assassin said, so only thing that sucks about putting on a new set is you lose all your bloodiness. Which, let's be real, the bloodiness is like, it's why we all love Bloodborne. thought is just mean. Fighting the urge to see the snake eater. You're welcome to that. I wouldn't just do that for anybody. This is just you guys. Shortcut. Again, like I look at stuff like this and I'm just like, what is Yarnum like on a good day? Like, you got weird statues around. And I guess culture is relative to some extent, so I don't know. Maybe people just didn't think anything of it. You send that elevator down? Imagine being a kid living in Yarnum. Like you just walk down the street. You got weeping statues with skeleton babies crawling at their feet. I'm just saying. This place has always just been so interesting, just because of the name, the Tomb of Odin. You know, I think it's obvious that it's not a literal tomb for a great one. I think it's more of like it's like to memorialize his ascendance to the cosmos or whatever. It's like a symbolic representation of the Ud.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them.
Transcendence.
Sooner or later.
Maybe. So it seems like Gascoigne, like a lot of other characters in the game, has had his eyes removed himself. Either way, his eyes are gone. So he can't get picked up by the amygdala or amygdala and be transported to the
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me.
I really like how
It's enough to make a man sick.
Gascoigne's model is a little bit taller. Versus mechanics. Thanks for the help, DX. Appreciate it, man. You are a true hunter. So these are all the folks that Gascoigne killed. Presumably out of blood drunkenness. So this seems to be the main tombstone type thing here. So is this meant to represent Uden? We've got a bearded figure. Oh, something interesting I've heard before is that somehow this place is connected to the Chalice Dungeons. Which honestly, it would make sense because if you take Alfred literally, then the Chalice Dungeons are directly under the city of Yharnam. So there may be parts of Yharnam that were originally part of the Chalice Dungeons, but you know the area around them has been built up, and this might be one such area. You know, just one more interesting tidbit about this place is that Eden, you know, he's right up there with Kos in terms of, like, significance as a Great One. Like, to make a comparison to Lovecraft, he would be, you know, one of the Elder Gods, I think is what they're called, or the Elder Ones or something like that. So, anyway, it's interesting that such a major figure, his tomb would be sort of, I mean, this place is a little out of the way. Like, yeah, it's a route to the Cathedral Ward, but it's not the main route. The main route is the bridge, the Great Bridge. So it's really interesting that such an important tomb would be sort of, you know, somewhat out of the way. Kind of in somewhat of an isolated area here. But folks, that's all I've got time for. Thank you, DXDX, for hanging out with me and helping me fight Gascoigne. As of right now, I don't have like a schedule or anything I'm gonna implement anytime soon. I'm kind of like just getting my feet wet in terms of streaming and content creating. But I just got a microphone, capture card, pretty much everything I need. So, you know, shoot me a follow if you want. I'll definitely be playing more Bloodborne and Dark Souls.